This is Mrs. Murphy, and today we're going to show you how to use breakpoints to help you find some of the logic errors in your code. I have our little slot machine open right now, and it's currently working, and there's no errors, so I'm going to put one in that we can see. That way we can try and it makes it easier to demonstrate debugging if you know what the error is already. Okay, so instead of an AND in my if statement, I'm going to put an OR. Then we'll just kind of show you what our logic error is like. So right now, if I run my project, it looks pretty much correct, pretty much the same. And as I play, I can lose tokens when I lose, obviously. But here, I only have two slots correct, and it still says I've won, and it gave me the tokens. So that's my logic error. My logic errors, you can tell you have logic errors just because you're getting weird results, and that's kind of a subtle one, but still one that works. Okay, so we know that our error happens every time you click. So here we are in our mouse pressed event, and we can put a breakpoint in here, and what that will do is that will stop execution of the program at that point, and it will let us step through the code one line of code at a time. If I want to put the breakpoint on this if statement, all I have to do is put my cursor into this little gray area and click, and it will put the breakpoint in. If you want to remove the breakpoint, you just click on it and it goes away. So this time I'm going to put a breakpoint right here at this variable so we can see what the variables are as they go. Now instead of run, I'm going to do the debug, the little bug right next to it, which is run debug. And I'm going to grab my window. Here it is over here. Now to find that breakpoint, it hasn't activated yet because I have never clicked the mouse. So as soon as I click the mouse, it's going to stop execution of the program right where my breakpoint is. Now it's going to let me step through. There's a little step right here that's, if you hover over it, it will give you the IntelliSense that says this is to step through the code. And you can step through, and it will step through one line of code at a time. Now here, I want to see what these values are. So my variables are down in this section. I'm going to grab the word this and expand that out, and I can see that slot 1 is a 3, slot 2 is a 1, and slot 3 is a 1. But as I step through my code, those are actually going to change. Now I have a 3, 3, and a 2. So I'm going to keep stepping through. We know we have a 3, 3, and a 2, and we're going to step through, and we can tell that something's not working because it's hitting through our if statement instead of skipping it and going to the else. So if we wanted to test this out again, we could hit this little resume selected thread, and I can click on this again, and it will take me through, and it will let me step through our code one line of code at a time. This time I have a 1, a 3, and a 3, and it's once again it's going to go through our if statement. Something's wrong, so we'll have to look back at this if statement and try and figure out what our code is. Now when you're done debugging, you can hit this resume, and then it will let you close your window out. Then you can get rid of your breakpoint, and perhaps you've found your error this time. We could put our AND back in and fix our logic error. Well, hopefully this will help you in your coding, and good luck with all your debugging that you may have in your programming.